Hello and welcome back. We're so glad you're here today. Come and join the Young Toddler group as we interact and play. My name is Tamika Reese and I'll be your guide through this visit. In this video, we'll talk about the parent-child interaction. We'll go over the parent-centered development, and we'll also talk about the family well-being. Okay, let's get started. So this month our theme is opposites. So we're gonna start off with our song, our welcome song. So remember our song for this that we sing to have our children come and understand that it's time for us to start on our activity, to change, to shift their mindset, to get ready and focused on the activity we have at hand. It's our song to just kind of bring their attention to and centered and on the activity that we're going to have. So it's everyone's here today. Everyone's here today. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Everyone's here today. So when you're going to have your child, use your child's name. So we're going to say, my name is Miss Tamika. So Miss Tamika's here today. Miss Tamika's here today. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Miss Tamika's here today. And then remember, you can use mommy, daddy, sister, brother, whomever else is in the room going to do the activity with you. And that's just to get everyone focused and centered and ready for this learning activity that we're going to do together with the child. On with the different signs that you can use. So sign language is a way for your child to use nonverbal communication. So in your packet you should have received a page that looks like this, and it's just different signs that you can use with your child to help them communicate. So it's important to be repetitive and using these signs and being consistent. So when you're talking to your child, you want to make sure that you also use those signs as well. So we can start with the first 3 signs for this week. So our first sign is eat. So it's basically you put your fingers together and you bring it to your mouth back and forth. Eat, eat, like you're putting food in your mouth. Eat. So when you're talking to your child, it's like, are you ready to eat? Do you want to eat? And then you can have your child mimic that the move with you. The more that you use these signs is the more that they'll be able to pick it up and incorporate it into their everyday communication. So our next sign is drink. So we're going to hold our hand like in a C form, and it's like we're having a cup. Drink, drink. So you want something to drink? Ask your child, drink? Yes, drink. And also assure your child that they may not do it right all the way, but if you encourage your child to mimic you, show them, put your hand over their hand and bring it to their mouth so that they can do the sign. So remember, our first sign is eat, eat, because this is something that they do daily. And then drink, drink. And another way to help you understand whether or not your child maybe wants more food or they're not finished. So we're going to say more. So we put our fingers together. So our thumbs and all our fingertips are all together, and then we bring them together back and forth. More, more. So you're going to say, do you want more? More, more to eat, more. So you can use these 3 signs and a combination for you to help your child with these nonverbal communications. So remember, our first sign is eat, then drink, and then more. I hope you and your child really take the time to use this sign because it's a good way for them to have these nonverbal cues. As we talk about opposites, we want to incorporate our song. So our song for the theme of opposites is The Wheels on the Bus. So remember, children learn through repetition. So this is why we kind of repeat our songs within a month, the same over, because we want to make sure we're focusing on the theme. So our song for this theme is The Wheels on a Bus. So in this song we have different talking about the opposites. So let's go. So the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town. So when you're singing this song, you see how I tried to keep it with the opposites, with the open and close. Another way you can do is like the windshield wipers go left and right. So just try to remember we're trying to and talk about the theme of opposites. So we're going to help our child understand what opposites are. So we're going to do up, down, left, right, in, out. So as you sing the song with your child, try to focus on that theme. Our book for this week is Sing a Song of Opposites. So remember, when we're reading to our child, it's important for us to begin to talk to our child about books and alphabet letters. Alphabet letters make up words. Words make up sentences. So when we talk to our child, we're going to tell them this is the front of the book. This is the spine of the book, and this is the back of the book. So when your child is reading independently, they're looking at the pictures. It's a good idea for you to, you don't have to always talk about the words, but you could talk about what's going on in the different parts of the picture. Okay, so remember, the name of our book is Sing a Song of Opposites. So I'm going to sing it, okay? So this is in and this is out. This is in and this is out. This is in and this is out. Sing along with me. So as you can see, she's in the tub and out of the bathtub. His tongue is in his mouth. His tongue is out of his mouth. So another opposite we can talk about is this is inside and this is outside. This is inside, this is outside. This is inside, this is outside. Sing along with me. So as you can see, the girl is inside the house and the boy is outside playing. And look at her, she's inside the box. Now she's outside the box. Here's another one. Say this is up and this is down. This is up and this is down. This is up and this is down. Sing along with me. So if you can see, the boy and the dog are sitting up. Now they are lying down. Up, she's up on the slide, then whee, she went down. What's our next opposite? This is over and this is under. This is over and this is under. This is over and this is under. Sing along with me. So where's the train? It's over the tunnel. And then her and the train are under the tunnel. Look, she's over the bridge. And now look down here. She's under the bridge. All right, what's our next opposite? Oh, wow. This is on and this is off. This is on and this is off. This is on and this is off. Sing along with me. So look, she has the hat on her head. Now the baby has the hat off her head. Look at his shoes. He has them on. What? Now he has them off. Our next opposite is open and close. So this is open and this is closed. This is open and this is closed. This is open and this is closed. Sing along with me. So look, her hands are open. And now her hands are closed. Look, her eyes are open. She closed her eyes. What's our next opposite? Wow, look, this is big and this is little. This is big and this is little. This is big and this is little. Sing along with me. So as you can see, he's a big guy. Then we have him. He's a little guy. She's holding a big ball. Now, she's holding a little ball. The end. I hope you enjoyed our Song of Opposites. So this week's song is going to be with the book. So we sung our song and read our book at the same time. Great. So our parent-child interaction for today is entitled Take Care, Imitating and Caring. So for this activity, you're going to need your child, a stuffed animal or a baby doll. This is what I had in my house. I had a little cute penguin. So you're going to use that with your child. You can either use just one, and then you can take turns. That's a way for you to introduce the concept of taking turns. Or you can use two, so each one of you can have a baby doll or a plush in order for you to interact. So for this activity, we're going to focus on the social and emotional development of your child. So your child is learning to take care of others by watching what you do, and how you care for her and her toys. She also is taking on the role and practicing behaviors that for your child to connect with learning. And while they're doing this, you're making these permanent connections. The parent behavior for this activity is nurturing. So for you, when you provide a warmth, acceptance, and understanding to your child perspective, she's able to imitate you during their play. So sensitivity to your child's feeling teaches her to show the same sensitivity to others. So it's important for you to make sure that you kind of have that sensitivity to how they're feeling, and talking to them about what they're feeling, so that they'll be able to, in reverse, be able to express and talk about their feelings. So we're going to have our baby doll, you and your child. So either you can give the doll, start off with your child, having them with the baby doll, and first you're going to let your child take the lead. So you're going to make sure, just watch your child as they interact with the doll. So they're going to take the doll, they might put the doll on their shoulder because they've seen maybe you, or when you play with them, like shh, shh, shh. So they're imitating taking care of the baby. Or they might take the doll and they might rock the doll back and forth. Or they might take maybe a pen or something, or maybe a play ball like they have, and feed the baby. So you're going to follow your child's needs, their lead, and watch how they take care of the baby. So also when you're playing together, you're going to, if the child accidentally drops the doll, like, oh, make sure you respond to those type of things. And you're like, oh, the poor baby, he bumped his head. Oh, let's give him a kiss. He has a boo-boo, poor baby. So when you do these type of things, when you're showing these affections as you're playing with your child is going to imitate some of the things that you do. So another example can be like when you're taking care of another member of the family. Maybe dad might hurt his finger. You can encourage her to take care of dad and be like, oh no, daddy's hurt his finger. Let's go get him a Band-Aid. Why don't you give daddy's boo-boo a kiss and help make it feel better? So so these are some of the things that you can do with your child, and watch them as they use the doll or the stuffed animal to play, and just follow their lead, and just make sure you give them like time and opportunity to kind of like come up with these concepts. Okay, so it's important for you to watch what they're doing, and then also encourage them to show these affections towards others, or while they're playing with their toys. Our parent-centered development is tips for making meal times pleasant and healthy. It's important for you to allow your toddler to experience independence in making food choices, but you also have to set reasonable limits and have rules for mealtime behaviors. So let your toddler learn to listen to their own body. So when their cues, their body let them know when they're full or they've had enough. So it's important for you to kind of Listen to your toddler. If they're like, I'm finished, I mean, it's okay. So you have to pick your battles. Now, if you know they haven't eaten in a long time, when they're hungry, they will eventually come to you and let you know that they're hungry, especially if they're not feeling well. Most of the time when they're not feeling well, their appetite isn't too big. And also sometimes as children grow up, their appetite fluctuates. So there might be a day or two where they really don't eat much. And it's okay, because you know, if you offer them good balance, healthy meals, that eventually their appetite might pick up. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're sick or there's anything wrong. It's just sometimes their appetite changes a little bit, or they may not just have as much hunger sometimes from day to day. You also want to make sure that your child grows up to have a healthy relationship with food. So it's important for you to make sure that you listen to your child's cues, and when they let you know when they're hungry or when they feel like they've had enough. Expect there's going to be bumps along the way. There are going to be hiccups, because your child is learning how to form good eating habits. So your job is to give your child a healthy variety of foods every day. So a good thing is to do is to kind of serve small amounts of food. So you don't want to give them that's just this tremendous plate, because they're going to be able to let you know if they want more. So don't have this expectation of your toddler being able to eat just this big amount of food, because sometimes they won't. Also, when you're introducing new foods, it's good to give them just in a small portion, maybe like a teaspoon or a tablespoon or so, because you're not sure if they're going to eat it or not. But also encourage them to try new, different, and healthy types of foods. You don't want them to get so customized to certain things, because it's very important for you to have a balance of nutrition throughout your food. Set your toddler up for success by timing meals and snacks, so that they're not hungry or about starving by the time it's time for them to eat dinner. So just kind of have like not a schedule, because your child's gonna let you know when they're hungry, but just be mindful of when you're giving them a snack. Is it close to dinner time, or the amount of snack that you're offering them, or how long it's been in between meals, because it can kind of set you up for some of those hiccups in the road. Make your food look appetizing, make it appealing. It's important. I mean, when you look at your food, when you go to a restaurant, don't you want something that looks good and inviting to you? It's the same thing with your child. When you're serving them food, make sure that it looks appealing. If it's not appealing to you, do you think it's going to be appealing to them? Also, eliminate different distractions. So when it's time for mealtime, it's recommended that your child may sit at the table and y'all sit together as a family to kind of have the good company and everything. But you can eliminate like the television or different distractions, like if they have a tablet or your cell phone. Kind of remove those distractions, because when it's time to eat, we want to make sure that we're spending that time actually feeding our body and nurturing our bodies. So it's what you start in the beginning is how you want to end, right? How you want to end, you should start it in the beginning. So if you want your child to grow up and have these good habits, it's very good for you to start these habits in the very beginning. Also, let your child see you eating the different foods. I mean, if you're not allergic to it, it's very important for you to also, for your child to see you eating all your good green vegetables and your fruits, because you're their first teacher and you're their primary example. So you want to make sure your child see you doing and role modeling the nutrition that you want them to have. And also, it's very important for you not to use food as a punishment or a reward. Food is made to nurture your body. Food is made for you to help your body develop and grow. So we shouldn't use food as like a punishment or actually a reward. It's okay for them to have like a special treat, but if you do this, I'll give you a cookie. It's kind of setting a bad, not a healthy relationship with food. Our family well-being for this week is entitled The Relationship Spectrum. Relationships can range from healthy to abuse, and sometimes relationships can be unhealthy, but you don't want them to be abusive. So when we think about relationships, we think about several different categories. It can be like relationship can be talking about communication, respect, trust. So there's a guideline that we have between what's a healthy communication, then we have unhealthy communication, and then we have abusive communication. So when communication is healthy, you're able to talk openly about problems without shouting and yelling, and you're able to listen to one another, and there's a level of respect. When the communication is unhealthy, problems aren't discussed calmly, and you don't talk, or maybe you don't talk about them at all. An unhealthy communication can mean that you don't listen to each other, or you don't try to compromise. So abusive communication can be come to the in the spectrum, means that during the disagreement, you're screaming, you're cussing, you're threatening one another. These things happen whenever these things can happen even when there isn't an argument, and your partner can be very demeaning or insulting towards each other. So that's an example of what abusive communication is. So it's kind of important that we reflect on the different things when we come in our relationships to make sure that they are under the healthy spectrum of the healthy side of our relationships. The healthy side of relationships. So we want to make sure that we have respect. So when you have healthy, when the relationship is healthy, and then you're able to show respect towards one another, that means you value one another. You value their culture, their beliefs, their opinions, and the boundaries that are set. So you treat each other in a way that demonstrate high esteem you hold for one another. So that's an example of what healthy, like a respectful, healthy relationship is. Another example of what healthy, respectful trust. We're going to talk about trust. So trust, that means you trust one another, and the trust that you have between one another is earned. So it's not just, I give you my trust. That means you've demonstrated because of your actions and everything that I'm able to trust you. Because trust should be not just given, but earned. Then another healthy part of a relationship is honesty. So when you have honesty, that means you're both honest with each other, but you can still choose to keep certain things private. For example, you both know that it is important to be honest about things that affect or involve the relationship, and still know that it's okay to keep certain things private. Or maybe I would say certain things may be private. Maybe one of your close friends might have told you something that they're going through. And because you want to respect that relationship, sometimes you don't have to tell your spouse everything that the friend told you. That could be like an example of some things that you can keep private. Also, another a part of the healthy spectrum of relationship can be that there's that you enjoy each other's personal space, and you also make consensual decisions about what you want to do with your body. So you can review this page. It's called The Relationship on the Spectrum. And it's talking about the 3 different categories of what is a healthy relationship, understanding what an unhealthy relationship is, and understanding what an abusive relationship is. And it's good to always work towards having your relationships on the healthy side. So it's important for you and your partner, or you and your children, this can go with also your children, to try to work on figure out what you need to work on to bring you to the healthy side of this spectrum. And if you are on the abusive side of the spectrum, reach out for help. If you do need help, reach out for help, because there are so many different hotlines and groups and support groups that are out there to help you if you feel like you're in an abusive relationship. I want to thank you for joining this video with me. I have just a few announcements. This month, we're going to have our parent meeting. Our parent meeting will be November 11th from 9 to 11. And we're going to have door prizes at this parent meeting. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be interactive for you and your child. It'll be via Zoom. So you'll be getting a reminder from your home visitor, and you also have the flyer in your packet. And also this month, we're going to have our older toddler socialization. So this socialization is for those children that are transitioning to the Head Start program. So remember, the socialization that's on December 18th from 9:30 to 10:30, and it's going to be for our children that are transitioning from the early Head Start program, and next year they'll be going to the Head Start program. We want to make sure that these kiddos are ready for when they go into the Head Start program, and they'll be able to transition into that environment. So it's very important that your child attends the socialization, because this is going to be a way for them to be able to see other children and have that interaction. I know it's not going to be at the center, but it'll be via Zoom, so they might see some familiar faces or their home visitor. So just make sure that if your child is in that older toddler, you'll be there December 18th from 9:30 to 10:30. It's only 1 hour. So it's very important. And also, we will be raffling off door prizes also, but you have to be present to attend. So we want to make sure that we have you and your child there to interact and get involved in the socialization. Have a wonderful week.